Hey, what's going on, graphic designers? This is video number 2 in a series about how to create more value for your freelance graphic design clients and ultimately make more money and grow your business. Video number 2 is all about value-based pricing. So I'm going to walk you through my system on creating value-based pricing according to data, according to the ROI on the clients that you are working with. I have some free resources down below for you to click, download, and get set up in order to follow along with me. So if you want to pause the video, get those set up. And also, if you haven't gotten the Design Business Kit, these resources build on the Design Business Kit. That's a free course that I put together along with some resources, Google Sheets that I've built out as a project management deck. Awesome resource. I was originally selling it for $500, but I just thought, I want to bring more value to my community and to my subscribers, so I decided to release that for free just recently. So go ahead, get things situated or set up, or just keep watching this video and go back and do that later. So the first thing is value-based pricing. Why do we want to establish value-based pricing? Well, hourly pricing format oftentimes punishes the designer because as we become more proficient, obviously our hours worked on a project will become less. And so hourly pricing is a price based on the hours worked rather than the ROI of the work. So in this case, time trumps value. So ROI, if you're not familiar with a lot of business marketing terms, return on investment. So the return on investment of the work is counted as less valuable than the time put in. Whereas value-based pricing is data-driven ROI. So the data-driven ROI drives the value of the price of the work. Value trumps effort when you look at value-based pricing. Now, how does value-based pricing happen? How do you establish that and start charging for that in your business? Well, a lot of times, a lot of people look at the company they're about to work for. So is this a big company or a small company? Does this company make $10,000 a month? Do they make $150,000 a month? Or are they a brand new company who's just getting started? Now, that is a good way to look at it. Also, another way to look at it is what kind of resources you're going to be bringing to that company. So are you going to be writing copy for them? Are you going to be designing very strategic landing pages? What are you going to be doing? How are you going to be bringing them value? So the type of work that you bring is also a value measure. But the one way that I think you can really start to establish not only a good value base for you in your business, but a value base for your client is understanding what type of ROI you're going to be able to bring them. So do you have the ability to look at your past clients and the amount of revenue increase they have seen working with you? And then you can go to a new client and say, hey, working with you, tell me about your goals. What are your ROI goals that you're looking to bring to pass working with me? And they can say, oh man, I'm really wanting to see 25, 30%, 10%, 5%, 100% ROI in this strategic partnership. And that's the thing is you're going to start to develop strategic partnerships with your clients so that way you can see the value of the work you produce for them, increase their company's bottom line throughout the months. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, the first thing that you need to do is track your client's ROI over the last few months in order to understand how much value you're bringing them. And this brings me to the first tool in the value-based pricing sheet, and that's the client revenue tracker. So let's dive into that. Let's talk about how that works and how you can get using that right away. All right, so diving into our monthly client revenue tracker here. These are fake clients, but I wanted to get you some data into the sheet so you can understand how it works and get used to it before you start using it for yourself. So these are based on 6-month contracts, see August through January. The goal for the month was $10,500. Their current revenue, $8,352. And that current revenue came from July, just so you understand how this is working. The increase goal was $2,148 based on the goal versus the current revenue. And this is their final revenue. So this is what they actually made for the month of August, giving them a revenue increase of $2,000, which is 23.9%. That increase is based on the current revenue versus the final new revenue. That gives us a value-based pricing of $500 off of their increase in revenue. And our base project fee is $500, which gives us a total proposal cost of $1,000. So once you finish a 6-month contract, you can put in the data at the start of the contract, how much revenue they're making, And then you can look at how much revenue they ended up making and what increase they saw over working with you. And then the average month over month increase during your contract. All right, now I want to go back and look through how this is structured so you understand how the math is being worked out. So they put some formulas into the Google Sheet. So any cell that's highlighted in that light purple, you don't want to really delete the information out of there because it is automated up here as you see in the corner. It's C4 minus D4 gives us the increase goal. Then in column G, you see that F4 minus D4 gives us our revenue increase. In column H, you see that the profit increase comes from G4 divided by D4 times 100. That gives us our percentage of profit increase. And then our value base is based off of G4 times 0.25. So basically what we're saying is we're charging the client 25% of the profit increase, or that's what we're projecting in the future we will do. So we can kind of start to understand what our rates are going to look like in the future based on the results that we've gotten for the client. And then of course our project base fee, then you add the two numbers together in order to get your final proposal. All right, so if you look down in the bottom half of the sheet, you're gonna start to notice that, there's all the zeros. The information is yet to be put into the sheet in order to calculate the formulas. All right, so let's copy this cell and paste it down into here. You get kind of this gibberish because it has nothing to combine. It has no cell function. There's nothing there. I don't like how ugly that is, so what I do is I delete it out. And then what happens is once I want to fill that in, once the data is in place, I will take this, I will copy it, and then I will bring it down to the correct row and I'll paste it in. Then what I can do, just to show you how this works, is I'll copy the correct information in order to allow that to actually do the formula in order to create our pricing. So copy those, copy paste this down, and then you see it fills it in with the 19%, which is the correct answer to the formula. So just keep in mind that this sheet is live and there's a lot of things and formulas happening. So if you need to reference this video again in case something gets deleted, you can do that. Lastly, once the contract has about 6 months worth of data in it, you can calculate the revenue at the contract start versus the revenue present day. So the 315% increase was calculated by M3 divided by L3 times 100, which is these two cells. And then the average monthly increase is calculated by looking at H4 through H9. So the average profit increase over the 6 months, which gives us the 27% increase. Now, once you have 4, 5, 6 clients, what you can then do is grab each average. So say this is 27, 11, and then maybe we do another one that's 22% or something. And then you average those out to see your company average ROI, how much you can bring a company from an average amount with all the clients you have worked with. If you're enjoying this content, I want to give you a heads up that the next videos coming in this series are about how to put these thoughts into action. So how to use some of the Google Analytics tools, how to use Google Sheets to track each project in order to understand which projects are really leading to the increase in value for your clients. We're going to get tactical, we're going to learn some new skills, and we're going to grow your business. So I'm really excited about that. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notifier to stay up to date on the next videos coming out. All right, so now that you have established over the past few months how much value you can bring your clients, how much revenue increase they've seen, you can head into your value-based pricing sheet and check out how much you should charge your next client according to their current revenue and according to what you believe the ROI you can provide for them. All right, so now that you have a handful of clients from your client monthly revenue tracker, we know our data. We know what kind of results we can bring to clients. We have 2 new clients here, submarine.io and henry.div. And these are 2 6-month contracts that we're trying to value price. The current revenue for submarine.io is $15,000. Now, according to our monthly revenue tracker, we know that we can get them about a 22% increase with our graphic design strategy. How we found out the average increase in price, which is $3,300, is C3 times 0.22. So now we want to charge them a value based on their average increased their proposed average increase. So we do D3 times 0.22. Now for you, this could be 22%, 25%, 30%, whatever you'd like it to be. Next, we have a base project fee. So for whatever project I do, I always want to have a base fee. Then we calculate value base plus project fee base, and that gives us our proposal of $1,200. Same thing for a Henry Div, we have $25,000, average increase of $5,545, which gives you our value base and our monthly proposal for this client. So the value-based pricing proposal sheet is very simple. It just requires you to have the data from the current clients you're working with. All right, if you've yet to go ahead and download those resources, head into the description below, grab the graphic design business kit, grab the value-based pricing sheets, and start tracking your clients' overall revenue increases month over month to start getting a really well-established value-based pricing structure. Keep an eye on the channel. The next videos coming out are going to be how to actually use tools to track which designs are bringing the most value for your client. So not only, how much increase is the client seeing each month, but which work that you're producing for them is actually bringing them the most value. So we're going to be using tools like Google Analytics. We're going to be using more Google Sheets in order to track these things. You'll be working with your client directly. So we're going to do some tactics and some ideas on how to put this information into action. So subscribe to the channel, hit that like button if you've got some value here. Ask me any questions you have. I'm super stoked about this series and about helping you guys grow your business. My name is Benji Kaiser of BenjiKaiser.com. I'll see you here on the next episode.